Welcome to the SuperHero Sanctum, an offshoot of the PCVG in which Tetris and Waha try to pitch each other superheroes.
Each episode will be at least 10 minutes long, but each superpower may last several episodes. So stay tuned and enjoy the SuperHero Sanctum. And welcome back to another exciting episode of the SuperHero Sanctum, starring once again Waha, who I'm giving top billing because I am generous, and Tetris.
Alright, so yeah, we're calling Molecule Man, fuck, what did we say?
Oh no. You know what, we're calling Multiple Man the Many. It's many men. Many men.
Many men.
M-A-N-Y-M-E-N.
So like Manny Man. Or
Manny Man.
Yep. Manny Man. That's his alter ego. Manny Man.
That's like his hit to the name he puts all the book. Hold on a second, Batman. It's under Manny Man. Many men.
Yes, my reservations are under Manny Man. Both man, so it's M-A-N-N-Y, M-A-N-N. Manny M. Man.
Oh, this is terrible. Anyways,
it's
Molecule Man
like
is
100.
either Nano Man or, what was the other one you had?
It was Nano Man. No, it was Nano Man.
Nano Man. So,
Yeah.
Nano Man, because he's made of, nano machines, which somehow will explain.
Or he works on a nano level. We'll hash out those details if we need to bring this guy back. But I think the main feature for us is always, for like this group, has been Manny Man or Mini Man.
Yep, the Mini Men. The Mini Men are a group, or actually individual, who becomes a group of individuals, splitting off from the original. The Mini Men are able to coordinate basically perfectly because they are able to think the same thoughts, have the exact same past experience. The only issue they have is an egocentric personality that won't allow them, and it's actually an insecurity that will not allow them to take leadership from any other mini-men, because they consider that a sign of weakness. So any mini-men that seems to be in a position of power will actually undermine all the other mini-men, forcing them to fight each other to the death, and leaving only one mini-man standing, who will then fuck off.
Who wants to be the clone?
Yep, only one person wants to be the original. And there is, in that same detail, a Prime out there. A Prime who is not only able to create many men, but is also able to keep his own identity a secret. Therefore, it's implied that he's able to manipulate the memories of his clone mini-men, who he sends out into the world.
His alter ego has to be Manny Man, though.
I
mean, that has to be half the reason he's evil. Because his parents named him Manny when their last name was Man.
Yeah.
And, like, his middle name has to be, like, a girl's name. Just to, add the cherry on top. So, like, Manny, Madeline, Man.
No, it'd be even better if he was Manny Madeline, and, like, the last name wasn't that. And then at some point, he makes the sacrifice to marry somebody who ends up dying. And the reason he's a villain is because he's left as Manny Madeline Man.
So he marries someone who forces him to hyphenate his name.
Yep. Exactly.
Man. Manny Madeline Man.
So
hold on, if his actual last name is Madeline, so Manny Madeline, what's his middle name?
Manny
Mortimer.
Manson or Mortimer.
It's just so we can like write his full on like initials as
What does this character's point serve? Oh yeah, he's a Prime. So the Prime, after all of this and all of his estate he's gathered by basically cloning himself to do work projects and then killing off all the clones based on, manipulating their memories. And some, I would even go to the point where he could make slave labor of himself by making dumb clones that could only work on a zombie style level. And by zombie, I mean the African Haiti voodoo, blah blah blah, History Channel stuff.
Yeah, more
like they can only work on the reptilian levels of their brain, so they can only just do simple tasks. But they're basically slaves at that point.
Or he assumes direct sort of control and leaves them on. Well, yeah, I guess he could still do that to that sort and leave even the most simple of zombies with a minorly complicated task like hammering a hammer. Or,
Yep.
not to put anyone down whose job is hammering a hammer. But, eventually your job's going to be taken by robots or zombies. Or robot zombies.
God damn
I mean, if I could make robot zombies who could do menial labor, well, I wouldn't be making this podcast right now, would I?
No, yeah, because number one, I'd be saying, oh my god, we can make zombies. Then I'd say, oh my god, we can weaponize them as robot zombies.
Look, Chaz, you don't have to take it to the war place initially.
Hey, whoa, weaponize for home security.
It's like, hey, honey, the burglar alarm's gone off. Release the zombies.
The robotic zombies.
Then your front yard's just full of moaning corpses going, and then they blow up.
But they run away. But they run on mechanical legs. They're just upper torsos of zombies. That gets rid of all the lazy zombies walking and shambling.
Man, people sure are lucky we don't have the will or effort to be mad scientists.
Hey, we're not mad scientists. We're angry engineers. I mean, scientists, what data are we proving if we release this onto the world? Is there some hypothesis that we're trying to prove? No, that's not science.
It's true, yeah. It would be engineering sort of bullshittery. Because, yeah, a scientist would just say, I could create these zombies, theoretically.
Yep. And what would that prove? I don't know. Damn it.
Fuck it.
And he, publishes the paper, and then eventually a researcher, an engineer, goes, oh my god, I can make zombies, and I can fulfill them to do this part, where they can roam about my yard and terrorize my neighbors.
Because that's initially what frickin' engineers do. My god, I saw this YouTube video of an engineer who made an automated turret for his yard. This shot, I think it was airsoft gun. But it could have just as easily been real bullets. And I want that. Oh, man. It is. But no, Miniman.
Yeah, Miniman. Here's another thing: is there can be levels of this. So people, there could be entire organizations in the Minimen, fractured Minimen, who the whole purpose is to try and find the Prime.
Oh yeah, that's the first thought when I was thinking Prime, and then others getting disposed of. Just some of the clones who managed to escape and say, alright, I either need to live my fucking life or dedicate my fucking life to finding this Prime guy. Hell, there could be heroes that are clones of this villain.
Of the Minimen. Or offshoot experiments that brought to the Minimen.
Oh yeah, and legitimate either good or evil corporations who've captured a Miniman clone and have probably figured out quite a bit.
There could be entire dummy corporations that are set up that are manned by the Minimen.
Oh my god. No,
Yeah.
we do need to get into organizations more. And damn it. If only Manco wasn't taken by Team Fortress 2.
Available wherever Steam is available to you. Yeah.
But no, yeah, the freaking. Here's the thing: would they be able to create their own copies? Would say
Yeah, they can
a
create their
high
own
level,
copies.
so a high level clone that has its own agenda and has managed to escape from the other minis.
Yeah, would be able to create them. It would be like they'd have to try and purge the system of the ones that know it, because they would just create other ones that know it.
Yeah, because
It would just be
I
within
assume
an
after.
energy source, so they could only the energy would just be some metabolism based something where if you've worn out that muscle for the day, you just can't do any more push-ups, sort of
Oh
thing.
yeah, how gross is this process? Do they
Oh no!
bud?
I think it's more like I want to think of it as clean as when Paradox Man is able to split off from himself in the room to travel back in time. It's just like he
So
fractures. It's kind of like an optical illusion where he just kind of steps out from himself. And the one that steps out from himself, like he is the chamber. And the one that steps out from himself, it's almost like they're it's the same molecules and stuff. So it's just that would be a way to explain it. Since your molecules can be in infinite places at the same time, he's just technically creating the same molecule copies, and it's just those same ones expressed at the same point at the same time.
I'm just trying to imagine, like, say, all right, a mini man is sitting in a room, in a chair, and he's got all his clothes on and everything, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make a copy. Does this copy like burst
Have the
out of his
clothes.
chest? And well, yeah, that's one of my bigger questions. Is this new copy somehow clothed?
Yeah, like I said, it's the molecule thing. So like it's a copy of the same molecules of stuff he's wearing and stuff.
So, if he's sitting in a chair, would it make a copy of him sitting in this chair?
Um, I would say he could do it, but he doesn't. Like, if we could do it as a more showy thing, where like he's sitting in a chair and makes a copy, and the copy of him pushes back from that position, and there's a copy of the chair too. But like, because
Sorry,
of the
sadly, my first thought is like, all right, now we manufacture chairs on the cheap. Eh.
hey, that's how he first got it. That's how the Prime first got started.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the Prime can, like, his fucking copy muscle is bulky as fuck.
Yeah, he
Swole as
like
hell,
copies
man.
20 of them, and it's just the chairs.
uh, Miniman is getting a little ridiculous now. Yeah, yeah. Like, that could have been his initial thing, then suddenly he realized he could copy himself, and then it got out of hand from there. Or into hand. Or around the hand. Or just
Oh yeah, because it
hands
could
all
have
over the
started with
place.
him copying other stuff, and then when he realized he could copy himself, that's when it, yeah, like you said, got really out of hand.
You know, copying that floppy.
Yeah. Well, it'd be kind of like what's that movie? Primer.
What?
Primer. It's a
Primer.
you haven't. It's a time traveling movie about a guy who creates a time traveling box where you have to turn it on to start priming it, and then when you turn it off, you get inside it and you wait the same amount of time that you had it on, um, to go back in time to the time you originally turned it on, and then you get out, and you basically have traveled back in time. And you it's basically infinite if you carry another box back with you and then turn that one on after you get out of that box. But it's
Who
not
the
like
fuck cares?
reusable.
You only need to do it once, and that's to carry back lottery numbers.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if
That's
you
what.
if
Well,
you
they
wait
do
long
stock
enough,
numbers and stuff,
uh,
but yeah, you have to watch that movie. It's amazing, and like the double bullshittery of it is just phenomenal. Without giving too much away of it, you would love it because it's a time traveling bullshittery movie.
I do like time travel bullshittery, and I do have a lot of time travel bullshittery heroes in line, which we do need to work, like, say at some point. Because sadly, I had to insert Mo in something I've created again.
Yeah.
Slow Mo. No, but anyways, we're at
Yeah,
about
we're
the.
at the end of this. So yeah.
Do you think we'll be talking more about Mini Man? We did a bit. Maybe
I
later if he
think
becomes relevant again.
I think we kind of have a good teaser out for him. If there's something else, I think like if we really need to retouch on him, we can. But I think he's he's vague and specific enough that
We can have him
yeah,
do things and then flesh him out later in activities.
yeah, exactly. We'll get a voice for him as he does stuff.
All right. This shit
And the
sounds
other
good
thing
then.
that I'd like to say is that eventually we're going to come back to ass for all those people who liked ass. We're going to be kicking ass to try and come up with some ass.
love ass.
Yep. And if you don't know ass, then you gotta keep watching the Sanctum. Also, you need to vote Waha 2032.
I have a passion.
Alright, later guys.
Later.